Okay, now let's talk to Bola Ilori. He's just made some points here, and they make good sense. From your experience and from what you see on the ground in Osun, state of Osun, as you will call it, from your experience, how is it working out?
As it is today, I can tell you because I've had reason to encounter governance, not just in Lagos, even in Ondo and in Osun. I will tell you that the picture he's painting is not as it is. The reality is the fact that those who clamor for this so-called financial autonomy largely is propelled by the rent mentality in Nigeria, which is what is wrong with the Nigerian Federation. People are more concerned about what money do I get from the oil wealth, so to say. The focus of most of these debates is how do we tap into the oil, because that is what is shared at the federal, is oil money. People are less keen about what we even bring on the table. Financial autonomy of what we are going to share from federal government. How much are we putting there, like the question you asked, is not even key issue that, okay, what are we contributing? Now, what I was referring to is what necessitated the issue of joint account. That was not the original thing. People were getting their funds. But it was experience of even reckless local government administrators, elected or appointed, any of them, over the years. And you will have strikes upon strikes upon strikes. That's what led to this situation. We are like, from what he's saying, forgetting, he's a chairman today, we are talking of 10, 15 years ago, we cannot lose sight of our history, that how did we get to where we are? That's what we are saying. It's all, the constitution was drafted based on some basic assumption that, okay, this is the reality. Now, which of the local government, how many local government as of today can meet the challenge of waste management?
How many local governments in the state of Osun have been elected?
None.
In the last 4 years?
In the last 4 years, we had issues with their SIEC.
None.
So none could have been elected. There is court,
Supreme Court.
Yeah. There is Supreme Court. There is a court case on the local government there.
And the court case will not stop the governorship election of Osun State that will come up in less than 1 year. There will be no court case to stop
if
that.
There is court case in Ondo governorship.
When you have,
so you don't need to. It's not
elections. You see the state governments hiding under, even instituting cases against themselves. Look at Anambra.
You are wrong on
Since
that.
1998, Anambra has not had a local government election.
You are wrong on that.
Can we just
Since we are very enough from the initial discourse. Well, I just want to say that I understand the pain of the local government chairman there, the president of Algon, and the background that he's coming from, whereby their governor take away their funds and they're not allowed to do anything. I understand this pain. But you must also look at the experience in Lagos and look at it as an homegrown democratic system that can help us to pivot independent governance in Nigeria as enshrined in true federalism. Now, if you're saying that you want autonomy, I am looking at governance beyond what you get from the allocation of the federal or the state. I'm looking at governance for you to sit down as a government and define your existence.
Yes.
And look at your local peculiarities to develop.
If I may ask, we have very limited time now, so I will have to interject so that we can make this very quick. The schedule in the Constitution that is referred to by Ozo Okafor.
Don't forget that the same Constitution gives state to create local government. The same Constitution cannot guarantee the local government created to get funds from the federal government.
Now, okay, the peculiarity, I've said this word a number of times now, the peculiarity of Lagos State, I think even
he
the
has
president,
to it. He embraced it.
Yes, he has said that, yes, it is okay, and it is a fair system because of the peculiarity. But if you, as a Nigerian, if you were to, sorry, can I just finish my question? If you, as a Nigerian, were to look across board, because the president of Algon has traveled around the country, and you would have heard from other local government, there are so many states that have not had any election for a long time. There are so many states where their governors don't disburse the fund fairly across the board for local governments, and yet we talk about grassroots politics and governance. how can this happen when people don't have the fund and don't even have the opportunity of doing what the Constitution said in terms of voting for their chairman?
Well, I have tried to confine myself and try not to pinpoint or point at any political party. You understand? What we have is a system failure by the PDP. If you have a central government, a political party that controls federal machineries and might and refuse to give due rights to confederation, nation units for them to exhibit their independent peculiarity, then this is what you get. You understand? Look at Lagos State. Look at the state controlled by the APC.
We acknowledge Lagos State as a
That's what I'm
peculiar
telling
state.
I am trying to mirror something.
Yes.
I'm trying to mirror something. If you have agreed that what in Lagos or what is obtainable in Lagos is working, then why don't we take it all around Nigeria?
No, we're talking of peculiarity of Lagos
State.
State.
It is a system thing. It's a system thing. It's a leadership. It's a leadership thing. It's a leadership thing. The leadership in Lagos.
Can we
The
hold on
leadership
one
in
second,
Lagos.
everyone?
The leadership in APC right now from the ACN has made it work. Now, if that leadership can control the central leadership, then it will work globally.
Sorry, Chairman, President of Algon, just give me a minute. We have just a couple of minutes to wrap up. I want you to step away from Lagos State.
Yes.
I said again, the peculiarity of Lagos State is understandable.
Yes.
But if you look at what the Constitution say, Lagos State is not particularly
And what does it
obeying.
say?
The chairman, the chairman. Sorry, can I finish, please? What the Constitution says in terms of the freedom of the local government to be able to act in a certain ways and to have access to internally generated fund and also being democratically elected on a consistent basis is not being practiced across the board. If we have election regularly across the nation, if they have the fund that 330 local governments people have said that they are looking at having that level of autonomy for them, fiscal, financial, and a number of other things that are being proposed now as agreed to by the House of Representatives, don't you think that we'll have better grassroots management of our local government and the right caliber of people will come in?
What I will tell you is that it takes the deep to call to the deep. And if you keep laying emphasis on this constitution that is not coherent, then we cannot arrive at a solution.
Okay.
And the solution will be a sovereign national conference.
Okay.
At the sovereign national conference, many of these things will be discussed appropriately well, and you will not have a political party that are in the majority, either in the Senate or House of Rep, determine the fate of Nigerians. We'll go to the SNC. The political class will come there as an interest group. Every nationality, every interest group that makes Nigeria will come there and define the future of Nigeria and Nigerians.
But you would admit that the problem of local government authority and management, financial and non-financial, across the country is nothing to do with a specific political party. You would
It has
agree
to do
that?
with it.
It has to.
No, there
It
are.
has to do with it. If Lagos is doing well,
Okay,
as
I've
attested
got
to
to
you
close
and by
now.
him, Lagos is administered by a political party through its appendage.
Okay.
Elected people in there.
All right,
And
let
they're
me-
following a structure enshrined in their manifesto that is making things work.
Okay.
You understand?
Thank you
Then
very
we should
much.
take it to the center.